Hi, my name is Dr. Powell and I'm a naturopathic doctor. I've noticed more and more folks coming into the clinic talking about Essiac tea and I became intrigued. I've spent the last couple years learning as much as I can about it, and I've learned there are many companies out there trying to sell bogus products. So many that it would make your head spin. The first thing you need to know is that genuine Essiac tea is always made up of 8 herbs. They include blessed thistle, burdock root, kelp, sheep sorrel, slippery elm bark, red clover, Turkish rhubarb root, and watercress. Essiac is used by people all over the world. The formula itself is over 100 years old. Essiac tea can help support the body to help it return to its pristine state so that it can function optimally, just as nature intended. Essiac tea is named after Reen Case, the Canadian nurse who first brought Essiac into widespread use. One of her patients introduced the formula to her after learning about it from an Ojibwe medicine man. Reen Case initiated research on Essiac tea alongside Dr. Charles Bruch at the Bruch Medical Research Center in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Reen Case and Dr. Charles Bruch conducted the most extensive research ever performed on Essiac tea from the years of 1959 through 1967. During their research, they were able to discover the best Essiac tea formula, both in terms of which herbs were used as well as how herbs were prepared. They were able to determine that the 8-herb Essiac tea outperformed all other types. They were also able to determine that powdered herbs worked the best. Powdered herbs are able to be consumed, and it's the same reason why you're better off eating a whole apple, including the skin, versus just drinking a glass of apple juice. Of course, the whole food is best, and it's the same with consuming the powdered herbs versus throwing them away. Going back to the Ojibwe for a moment, in their culture, nothing was ever put to waste. Keeping in line with that, they pulverized the herbs for Essiac with grinding stones to get them into the powdered form. There are other Essiac knockoffs today that use whole herbs to make the tea. Those brands will have you strain the herbs before consuming the product. However, that isn't the best way to drink Essiac. You want to do it like the Ojibwe did, by using powdered herbs and by consuming the sediment right along with the liquid. We'll be showing you how easy it is to make Essiac tea in a moment. While we're talking about what not to buy, you absolutely don't want to buy Essiac tea in capsules, tinctures, or tea bags. The companies who sell these products are really doing an injustice to Essiac tea. They don't count on you knowing the difference. If you are using Essiac capsules, tinctures, or tea bags, you will be missing out on consuming the valuable powdered herbs. Who would ever advise their family to never eat fruit or vegetables, but just to take a vitamin pill? Of course, the plate of fruits and vegetables is better, but you already know this. After all, if taking a capsule worked just as well, why would anyone ever make or drink Essiac tea? It's called Essiac tea for a reason. The tea form is the best. When you go back to the most original of any type of food, it's better for you. It's as simple as that. You also don't want to buy Essiac tea that's already made up and sold in bottles. Pre-made Essiac only stays fresh when the powdered herbs are removed and there are preservatives added. Preservatives aren't a good idea to put into your body, but you already know that. In a retail outlet, the only way the tea can stay fresh is with these added chemicals. Furthermore, the more you process things, the more they cost. It's going to cost you around 8 times as much per serving to buy pre-made Essiac tea in bottles. The companies who sell the pre-made Essiac don't count on you to know the difference. They're playing you. Since most people take Essiac for at least 6 months in a row, these costs really add up. It only takes 10 minutes to make this tea once every 2 weeks, so making it yourself really isn't a big deal. But they don't count on you to know how easy it is to make. I found a wonderful company that still offers genuine Essiac, just as Reen Case used years ago. After Reen Case passed away, Dr. Charles Bruch, who was facing retirement, wanted to find people who could take over distributing Essiac tea to whoever may need it at an affordable price. He met with the Paulus family, who happened to live just 45 minutes away from his research center. He chose that family to be the ones to carry on the same mission started by Reen Case and Dr. Charles Bruch decades before. Today, Gina and Brian Paulus distribute Essiac tea all over the world at a cost of less than $1 per day of use. Essiac is incredibly easy to make and super simple to take. I'll show you right now. Here are the convenient 4-ounce packets that the tea comes in. These packets allow you to prepare 1 gallon of Essiac tea at a time, which is the perfect amount for you to make at once. You can see here I have some water boiling. Using any large pot besides an aluminum one is fine. You want to make sure the water is free of contaminants, which means purified water, distilled water, or spring water are all fine. As the packet indicates, you want to take 1 gallon plus an additional 4 ounces of water and bring it to a boil. It's just like making pasta. Once the water is boiling, you simply add the packets of herbs to the water. It couldn't be easier. Next, you turn the heat down to a medium boil and let it boil for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes is up, remove the tea from the heat. You then leave it on the stove for 12 hours before storing it in the fridge. From here, you'll have 2 weeks worth of already made Essiac tea. All you need to do is pour out your serving size. You want to take it cold. The serving size recommendations will come along with the tea, but most people take 3 ounces 3 times per day. It's important that you take the product on an empty stomach, which means no food for 2 hours before you take Essiac and no food 1 hour after you've taken your serving. It's critical that you consume powdered herb particles when you drink Essiac. To make this easier, you take a large wooden spoon and shake or stir the mixture before pouring out each serving size. I find that using a large open-topped pitcher works great for convenience when stirring the tea. Any pitcher that you normally use to make iced tea is just fine. Most people who take this product will take it for at least 6 months. In order to have 6 months of use for one adult, you'll need 3 pounds and 4 ounces of herbs. If you choose 4-ounce packets, which I highly recommend for convenience, you'll want to get the 13-bag order. You'll save some money getting the 13 bags at once, but if you prefer, you can always get 4 4-ounce bags instead, which will be a 2-month supply. The only side effect you may experience is an increased frequency of needing to use the bathroom. The good news is that this process will be more of a slow and steady one rather than a quick detox. Because of that, you will be able to continue on with your normal activities. The only thing that may be different is you may make a few more trips to the bathroom than you usually do. The issue normally lasts a few days at the longest. Once you fall into routine, it's a snap. Most people drink a serving first thing in the morning and also last thing before bed. Then all you need to worry about is having a midday serving. For that one, many people bring it with them in a thermos with a few ice cubes. You can easily carry the powdered herbs in your bag at the airport with no problem, so it can easily be used while traveling too. I have a link in the description for you to go directly to their value collection, where you will see the 2 order sizes that I mentioned in this video. You'll also be able to look around and read additional information about the product on the site if you'd like to learn more. And it's as easy as that. Thanks so much for watching the video.